Hello everyone, it's Scott here. Let's just jump right into this. This drill I would consider to be the most important way to practice for pickleball. There's a lot of different ways you can do this drill. You see Cliff's in the transition zone. You can start it from the baseline. You can have the player trying to make their way to net. But ultimately, the guy at the kitchen line, he's trying to roll shots at the opponent's feet, maybe push them back, try to make it really tough for them to make a good reset or a good drop in the kitchen, and maybe get it a little high so you can put it away like that one. Cliff's really hard to make that happen with, of course, because he has some of the best reset shots there are. But I'm going to keep doing my best to keep rolling that down at his feet and maybe make him reach a little bit. Sometimes just moving it over to the sideline, especially off the backhand. If you could make your opponent reach, that's just enough maybe to get it a little bit of a high pop up to where you can really smash the ball. But overall, this is a drill for consistency. Um, you're going to put enough topspin on the ball to keep it safe, but also make it tough on your opponent. That spin makes the ball kick a little bit when it lands, and for the person, we'll switch this, and I'll be in the transition zone. And for me, it's the same type of practice. I'm going to get to practice my reset shots and try to keep dropping those in the kitchen without getting myself in trouble with a high ball that makes it really hard. Uh, we've ran this drill several different ways, and overall, no matter how you play it, this is probably some of the most important practice. Like I said, it just, you find yourself in this position a lot in a game. Even in singles, you're going to be, somebody's going to be at the kitchen line, and somebody's trying to make their way to the kitchen line. In doubles, everybody's going to make their way up, and when you're on serve in doubles, you're really at a disadvantage. So you have to try to work your way to the kitchen line, and a lot of times it may take you several shots to get there. And that's exactly how you're going to have to handle that ball the way Cliff is here. You're going to have to try to keep dropping that in the kitchen and find something you can come in and approach behind. And you see he hit a few high ones and he couldn't come in, and then he hit it nice and low, knew I was going to have a tough shot, so he made his way on in. And you have to have that patience to make that work. As the level gets better and it gets harder to score, because it gets harder to make your way to the kitchen line. You can't just drive and run up. That's not good enough for players that can handle themselves. So you have to measure your shots, and what I'm doing there at the kitchen line is the same thing. I'm measuring a lot of different types of shots. Some of them I'm able to take out of the air. Some of them I'm letting them bounce. You see that sign he has set up behind me, and that's so that I'm not allowed to back up. He wants me staying really aggressive at the line. I have a tendency to like to want to take a step back and get that ball off the bounce. It's more comfortable. It gives me more time, but it also gives your opponent more time. So that's why he doesn't want me to back off, because he doesn't want me to give him that extra time by taking the step backwards. And I have to decide, can I take it out of the air? Do I take it off the short hop, or do I need to let it bounce? And one thing that I've definitely learned is you don't have to hit the ball hard. You can take these and you put enough topspin on them, and it's a nice short stroke. You it's tough for your opponent back there trying to reset it off the court or right down at his feet, and or off the bounce like that. Of course, Cliff's great at that shot, but not everybody is, and it's tough even for him. And now here's where we switched it up a little bit, and he's going to keep rolling them down at me, and I'm going to keep trying to reset that. And you see I'm reaching a little bit there and missed a couple, but it's a tough skill. That spot on the court, taking and getting all that spin and still taking the pace off of it and getting to drop back in the kitchen without sailing it too high so that your opponent can smash it. Uh, I would say at the level I'm at and higher, the shot here in this transition zone is probably the most important shot of all, because this is the difference of getting to that kitchen line to where you can make points. You're not making points from this spot on the court. You're setting yourself up to get to the kitchen line where you can make the points. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them.